Tragedy struck after deadly storms swept through North St. Louis last Friday. Centennial Christian Church, a neighborhood cornerstone for over a century, was badly damaged. Sadly, the church's collapse took the life of Pat Pendleton, both a church moderator and beloved member of the community. The recovery process has begun as those impacted slowly piece life back together. And joining us now is Reverend Dr. Dietra Wise Baker, Associate Minister for Centennial Christian Church. Reverend, we're so sorry for your loss. I'm sure it's been very heavy the last couple of days. If you would like, I'd love to give you a chance to just honor Patricia, talk about her impact to your church and your community.
Yes, Miss Pat, that's what we call her, the younger ones of us in the church. Miss Pat had served the church for decades, as many members of Centennial. Decades she had served the church, as you said. She was the moderator of our church, and in our denomination, that means that she was one of the main leaders. She was a heartstring in our church, and it's absolutely devastating to the church, but of course her family, who are also members of the church. That this tragedy has happened. Such a vital, incredible leader, and she wasn't just someone to the church. She was someone important to the community. She led a combination of our hunger and health ministries with other leaders in the life of the church, and our care for those who are unhoused in our community, and was a beacon in our church. And so it's devastating for the church. And as you know, North City is devastated at this time. And so our condolences continue to go out to her family and loved ones as we attempt to wrap around them. Absolutely. And try to make sense of this together.
Now, Reverend, we're looking at a lot of the images in the video coming out of your neighborhood, the church itself being damaged. To what extent of the damage has been felt here across the church, the structure? What are you guys doing to kind of piece together a plan to move forward?
Yeah, we're at the beginning of that process, a long way to go. But we know that, principally the structure has been compromised. It rained and tornado warnings again last night or the night before. And so extensive. The walls are compromised, the floors are compromised. As you know, we had floors collapse, roofs collapse. And so the structure is particularly unstable at this time. And so we are there. The sanctuary is somewhat intact, but we will need to see what we can gather and stabilize the property. As we don't know how much longer it will be stable, how long those walls are going to hold.
Yeah, I mean, what are you guys doing as far as the community coming together? Have you set up shop somewhere else to continue to hold services to bring people together in this time? And do you have a timeline at any point of how long it could take before that building and that structure, that church is okay to begin rebuilding again?
Yeah, we know in these situations, and our experience tells us that this is a multi-year process. So we know that it can take as long as 4 years for us to begin rebuilding. And we are in the process of visioning that right now. The church has started a GoFundMe account and has started a vision to cast rebuilding affordable housing, a health clinic, and new ministries for the homeless and the hungry in our community. Fountain Park is devastated in this, not just our church. And so we are building a dream that we hope that people nationally and locally will join us to rebuild and continue to be a cornerstone in the Fountain Park community. And we have found a place in the community to resume our weekly worship services as we grieve and prepare for the funeral of our beloved sister Pat.
Absolutely. Reverend, what is your message that you'd like to share with those listening? You mentioned the GoFundMe page, but just to speak on going through such devastation like this and to the community and people who may have found themselves in a similar spot in other parts of the country.
I mean, one of the things messages we want to get out is that God does not will this for people. This is not something that God wants or that God needs or that is even a part of God's will. It is something that has happened in part because of our stewardship of the environment and the choices that we've made as a country to exploit and hurt the environment, and has added to the environment's instability. And so the first message is, you all, let's keep banding together. Let's show people what it means to be community. That's surely happening in St. Louis, and I'm sure it's happening all across the country. Let's build new visions that honor the legacies of people who have literally given their life to make our community better, and to give us examples of what it means to come together, to stand together and be together. And if we do that, we will be better than we were before the tornado. And that's not about buildings. That's about being who we're supposed to be in our communities, and who we're supposed to be in this country, and who we're supposed to be to the world.
Absolutely. Wonderful message. And I know that, you mentioned the GoFundMe page and how people can reach out to you and to help. And so we'll be sure to share that along the way. But our hearts go out to you and your community. And we really hope the very best for your church and the cornerstone of this to look forward and to look better and beyond in the weeks and months and years to come. So Reverend Dr. Dietra Wise Baker, thank you for coming on to Fox Weather and sharing your story with us.
Thank you.